Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different, and I've seen a lot of these videos before, like back in the day. It's a very old school video, but it's also one that I've seen a lot of recently, so I thought I would jump on the trend and do the What's in My Bag 2021 edition. So if you'd like to see what I carry in my everyday bag, then please keep on watching. So firstly, this is my everyday bag. This is from Radley London. I think I got this for my birthday maybe like 3-ish years ago. It's quite a nice size. It's not too big that I overpack, because I always find the bigger the bag, the more stuff I try and put in there, and stuff I don't even really need. So this is like a really good size for every day. So it has the 2 handles here, and then it also has a longer strap which you can put over your body, so I often wear it across my body. It just makes me feel like it's a little bit safer on me. And yeah, so this is my everyday bag from Radley London. I absolutely love it. As you can see, I've used it so much it is starting to fray a little bit. But let's get on and show you what's inside. So I'm going to start with this front pocket here. I don't normally put a lot of stuff in this front pocket because there's just not a lot of room. The first thing I've got is an Oyster Card, which I haven't used in over a year, and I feel like not many people use Oyster Cards anymore. People tend to use like the contactless cards instead, but the only reason I use this is because I have a rail card, and with that you get a third off of like normal train tickets, and if you link that with your Oyster Card then you also get a third off every time you swipe. So that is the only reason I still use this over a contactless card, because it is slightly cheaper in the long run because I get a third off, but I haven't used it in over a year. And then also in this front bit I have business cards, which I really should get like a little case or something for. These cards are slightly out of date. In fact, these were like the first cards I ever made. I've got my old Twitter username, and I don't even have my YouTube on there because I didn't have the channel when I made these. So these are really old business cards. I only really take these with me when I'm going to blogging events, because you never know who you're going to meet, and a lot of brands like it when you just have your information on a little business card that you can just leave with them. And yeah, it just makes like the whole blogging YouTube thing seem a little bit more professional. They definitely need updating, but I also don't want to waste the ones I have, so I feel like I should really use up these ones first. But yeah, I always carry some business cards just in the front because they're easy to get to if anyone does ask. And now I'm going to open up the main compartment. So this bag has the little front pocket here, the main compartment, and also inside it has 2 pockets. I mean, it's really hard to see at the minute. There's a zip pocket here, and then this side you've got like 2 pouch pockets as well. So I'm just gonna grab what I can. So the first thing is a face mask. I bought this from Etsy. It's got like a little nose wire and a space for a filter as well. I mean, it's the 2020-2021 essential item. It's a face mask. Next up I have my phone. This is the iPhone 8 Plus. I've had it for a number of years. Now I don't know whether to upgrade to the iPhone 12 or whatever the newest one is right now, or to wait until the next one comes out. I'm kind of in 2 minds. I'm at the moment saving for a new phone, purely for the camera if nothing else. But yeah, I just have the iPhone 8 Plus. This is always in my bag or in my hand. It's always on me somewhere. So that is my phone with a case with my initials on. The next thing I have is my purse. I don't always carry everything in this because, as you can see, it's quite bulky. So sometimes I won't use this purse with this bag because it does take up pretty much most of the room in there. But for the purpose of this video, this is my purse. This is just a basic River Island purse. I've had it for a few years. It's got like the card compartments. It's got a change bit in the middle, but I never carry cash, so that bit's empty. And then it also has like a little bit on the back as well. And yeah, like I say, it's quite a bulky purse. As you can see, it takes up quite a lot of room. So if I don't take this out with me, I will often just take the cards that I need, like my ID, my bank cards, that kind of thing. I should probably get one of those little card holders that just holds a few cards, which is probably a lot safer than just having them loose. But if I don't have them loose, then they will be in this purse. I do also have another purse from Ted Baker, but it's kind of one of those that is too nice just to put in my everyday bag because it's grey and I just don't want it to get dirty. Is that really weird? So it kind of just sits in its box. But this is my go-to purse because it just holds everything that I need. Next up, from the main compartment, I carry a notebook. I don't always carry it with me. It depends on like what I'm doing and where I'm going. If I know I'm going out for the day, like into London or something, if I'm going on a train or a long car journey, then I will take this with me so I can make some notes if I want to. This is a Gucci Guilty notebook that came with a Perfume set a few years ago. I mainly use these types of notebooks to write down any ideas for content, so for YouTube or for my blog. I just find it easy to jot things down on here. Sometimes I actually prefer it to my notes app on my phone. There's just something a little bit different to physically writing things down as opposed to typing it out on your phone. I don't know, I do both, but I do sometimes carry a little notebook with me. And with that, there should also be a pen. So a little notebook and pen. If I've got the space in my bag, then I will carry it. If not, then I won't. But this bag is pretty roomy, so it does usually fit. And it's just a really nice size notebook and a pen to go with it. And the next thing is a pack of tissues. These are just some Tesco luxury soft tissues. You just never know if you're gonna need one. Not really a lot to say about that, but I just carry some tissues with me. I'm basically just doing a lucky dip as to what I find in this bag. This is some hand cream. This is the Vaseline Intensive Care hand cream, and it also has anti-bac in it as well. When I used to work in London, I used to obviously travel up on the train every day, and I'd use the underground, and it's just filthy. So I probably started using this back when I was working in London. That was when I was 18, 19. And I just find that it's a really nice hand cream, especially at the moment as we're all washing our hands a lot more and using antibacterial hand gel, which is also in here somewhere. You want to take care of your hands as well, and this is a really nice hand cream. It's not greasy or sticky or anything. It dries quite nicely. And the fact that it has anti-bac stuff in it as well just makes it that much better. So this is a hand cream that I carry with me. And the next thing is earphones. As you can see, I have wire earphones. I know a lot of people have AirPods nowadays, which I actually don't own any AirPods. I probably will invest in some as and when I get a new phone, but I will keep these as backup because you never know if the AirPods are gonna like run out of battery or whatever. So I just carry my earphones with me, and because my phone doesn't have the old port for your headphones to plug into, I also have the little adapter as well, which plugs into the bottom of my phone. So yeah, just some basic earphones. And I also carry with me my keys. So I have my car keys and my house keys, and I'm not gonna lie, I purposely went downstairs to pick these up so I could include it in this video because, let's face it, I've barely left the house in the last year. But if I were to be going out and packing my everyday essential bag, then I would include my keys in that. So yeah, I thought I would just include it in the video, but I'm not gonna lie, I did just go downstairs just to pick them up for this video. And the next thing I have in this bag is some lipstick. This is the Illamasqua lipstick in the shade Bang. It's the one I'm wearing right now. It's the one that I tend to use pretty much every day or every day that I wear makeup. It's just my favorite lipstick at the moment. It's in this gorgeous shade, but this is just my typical everyday lipstick, and I just like to keep it with me for top-ups throughout the day. There's a couple more bits that are loose at the bottom of this bag before I go into the pouches. This is just some chewing gum. I don't always use Airwaves as it is quite hot, but I do always have some chewing gum with me. And I also carry some concealer. This is the small Revolution Conceal and Define concealer. If you've seen any of my previous videos, then you probably already know that I love this concealer. I'm wearing it right now, so it's just handy to do any touch-ups. I like carrying a little bit of concealer. And I think that is it for the main compartment. So next I'm going to go into these pockets. So this one is closest. We've got some antibacterial hand gel. This one is from Aldi, and was that open? I hope that wasn't leaking. I think that was just open. So yeah, this is from Aldi. It's some antibacterial hand gel. I'm just going to put some on now because why not? All clean. So this antibacterial hand sanitizer is tough on germs, kind on skin, has 70% alcohol. Now I've carried antibacterial hand gel in my bag for a number of years, way before the coronavirus pandemic, especially like I say when I worked in London. It was an absolute essential for me. So I always carry antibacterial hand gel anyway, but especially during these times in the pandemic, it is definitely a handbag essential. And the next thing I carry with me is some perfume. I actually do have a body spray as well, I believe. So I usually either carry one or both of these. So this is just a body mist from the brand So, and this is the Miami Vibes body mist. It just smells really nice. I also carry with me a little perfume. I remember getting this in a gift set ages ago actually. There was 4 different Beyonce perfumes. This one is Heat. As you can see, it's pretty much all gone. There's not much left, but it's something that is easy to carry in your bag. Again, it smells really nice, and it's just nice to have either one of these in my bag if I want to use it throughout the day. If my perfume's starting to wear off by that point, I can just use one of these for quickness, and they're also really nice to keep in your bag because they don't take up a lot of room. So they are little handbag essentials too. Another thing I have is a hair tie. Now I love using these particular hair ties. They kind of feel like, remember like old school phone cord material? It feels like that. And these just work really well for my hair. They hold it in place and I don't feel like it pulls on my hair at all. So I have a few of these at home, and I also like to keep one in my bag just in case I'm out and it's windy or something. And you know, having really long hair means that sometimes it can just get in your way and be really annoying. So it's just nice to have something like this in my bag that I can just grab and put my hair up in like 5 seconds with. I just have one of these as a spare. I'm still in the same little pocket. You'd be surprised how much you can actually fit in this bag. So the next thing I carry with me is a compact mirror. This little one has 2 sides to it. It has like the normal side and then a magnified side as well. It's just something handy to carry in your bag, and you never know when you're going to need it. Another thing I carry with me is paracetamol. I get headaches so often that I cannot leave the house without having paracetamol because it can strike at any time. Now that sounds really dramatic, but literally last night there's 2 missing which I had last night because the headache come on out of nowhere. So I just make sure to carry some paracetamol with me in my bag because it's always useful to have. It's something that I'd rather carry with me and not need it than not have it and then suddenly need it. It's just a lot more convenient to have it with you, so I always carry some paracetamol. And the last little bit in this pocket, I think, is a nail file. This tiny little nail file is the perfect size to carry in your bag. So it's just something I like to carry with me. You never know if you break a nail or whatever. I mean, I only did these today, so I hope they don't break today. I just find it handy to keep in my bag, and as you can see, it is literally tiny and it just goes in this little pocket and you kind of forget that it's even in there, but it's nice to have for peace of mind. So that is that little pocket complete. So I've got another one next to it here. The first thing is a portable charger. This is something that I always make sure to carry with me. Not so much if I'm just going into town like to the shops or whatever for the day, or if I'm going to work, because I would hope that my phone battery would last long enough to be able to survive the day. But I always carry one with me if I know I'm going out for the day. Like if I'm traveling into London for an event or a shoot or whatever, it's always just super handy to have with you. As you can see, it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's nice and flat. It's just a bit of reassurance that I can charge my phone as and when I need to, because even if you took a charger with you, there's not always a guarantee that you'll find somewhere that you can plug your charger in. I know a lot of coffee shops have them, but I find that a lot of the time you don't always have the time to sit in a coffee shop and wait for your phone to charge, when you could just have one with you in your bag and you can just let it charge as you're going about your day. So I always make sure I've got something like this with me. It's always really reassuring to have an extra bit of charge for your phone. And also in here, I carry with me my Carmex. I have spoken about Carmex so many times in so many different other videos. You're probably sick of hearing me talk about it, but I absolutely love this stuff. In fact, this one kind of looks almost empty, and I use it every single day, multiple times a day. I probably have about 4 or 5 of these at home. I always have at least one in my bag, one in my bedside table, and a few others in my makeup drawers. I just love this stuff. This particular one is the strawberry flavor, and it has SPF 15. I'm not going to put any on now because I do have some on underneath my lipstick, but to me this is an essential. I absolutely love this stuff, and I use it every single day, so I always make sure I'm carrying a Carmex with me. And in fact, that is the last thing in that little pocket, I think. Let me just... yeah, so that is the last bit from that little pouch pocket. But then the opposite side, I have a zip pocket in the middle here. I have some oil absorbing sheets. It's always really handy for me to carry blotting pads just to absorb any excess oil on my skin, and I often find that using something like this instead of a powder to touch up your makeup can make your skin look better, because you're not adding more product. It just simply absorbs any excess oil on your skin without really touching your makeup, so your makeup still looks fresh after use, which is why I really like taking these with me. These are just some Boots own brand skin clear ones, but I guess any of them really work and do a job. And then I also carry Piriton tablets with me, and these are for my hay fever. Now, it's not something I necessarily carry all throughout the year. It's mainly in the summer months because I do get hay fever really badly, so it's always really handy to carry these in the summer. So I thought I would include the Piriton allergy tablets. And also in this little zip compartment, I've got some plasters. For a minute then I was like, what is that? I also carry some plasters with me because, again, you just never know if you're going to need them. I tend to carry 2 with me because, you know, one and a spare. It's really good just to have something with you just in case. And also they take up no room at all, so it just makes sense to have them with you. Also in this pocket, which I think is the last thing in here, is something that I hope that I will never have to use, but it is something that I do carry with me. I am first aid trained, and I was given this when I did my training. In here, I won't get it out because of like hygiene reasons, but there's a pair of gloves, and I think there's also a face shield. So if, and I hope that you would never have to, but if you had to resuscitate somebody and you wanted to give mouth to mouth, but you didn't want your lips to touch theirs, there's like a face shield that you put over their face, and you kind of breathe through like a little hole that allows air into their lungs, but you don't touch your skin on theirs. I think that is also in there as well. So I keep that in my bag for emergencies, but I really hope that I would never have to use it, but you just never know. And I think that is pretty much it. My bag also does have like this little clasp thing, so I could like attach, I guess, my purse or something if I wanted to, or whatever, but I don't actually use that. As you can see, I can fit quite a lot in this bag without overpacking it or without it feeling too heavy. This is why I absolutely love using this bag. You've probably seen it a lot on my Instagram. It's the one that I tend to use the most out of any of my bags, and I just love it. It's the perfect everyday size. So that is everything that I carry in my everyday essential Radley London bag. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video.